Yes, sir. My tricker. Back up in this thing, man. Today, I hope you're ready to follow me down another rabbit hole, man. Today, I'm reacting to some creepy TikToks that proves there's more to life than meets the eye. But before we hop into that, man, go ahead and spam that like button right now so we can run the numbers up on the algorithm. You ain't got to think about it later. And if you haven't already, man, go ahead and hit that sub button too, man. Sub up. Join the family. Promise you, this is the most lit and active community on YouTube, period. And to everybody who's already subbed up, man, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for contributing to the community and always holding it down. But with that being said, guys, let's hop straight into the video.
Am I the only one connecting the dots here? So it looks like Jamie Foxx got tired of keeping all these secrets, because this year he was planning on dropping a Netflix original called They Cloned Tyrone, where he was basically exposing a whole bunch of conspiracies. Which honestly sounds like a fire show, but I guess everyone wasn't feeling it. Because literally a couple days ago, Jamie Foxx got hospitalized. Not only that, but it was a mysterious hospitalization. Like, are you serious? You cannot make this up. Every time a celebrity says something about the truth, they always have something happen to them. And then his first words back were feeling blessed. You know they forced him to say that. But I got way more to say about this, so make sure to follow me and click the link in my bio to buy some sea moss from me for part 2. Let's get it!
Hey, I hope he's alright, but that makes me want to see that Netflix movie even more. They need to release it.
Tried to tell y'all Trump's arrest was a big distraction, because anytime people on Facebook, Twitter, making long posts talking about how excited they are about something, the is behind the scenes using that as a distraction to pass something that's going to affect everybody, left and right. It don't matter, because out of nowhere, federal introduces a thing called Fed Now. Let me break it down for you. So right now, when you buy something, it goes from the bank to Amazon. Now that Fed Now is going to be here starting July 1st, it will go from the bank to Fed Now, then to Amazon. So if you buy a lot of OnlyFans, you be subscribing, be tipping all that, does this complete. They say, oh, we wanted instant payments. I don't have a problem when I buy something on Amazon with them getting their money a little slower. I'm actually cool with that. I don't need Amazon. You just send me what I bought. You get your money when you get it.
No way do they think that this is beneficial to anybody.
This is water bottle bowl. This is water bottle bowl. This is sink water. He will not drink. For the last 24 hours, I couldn't figure it out. He will not drink this water. He will drink the bottled water, but not the sink tap water. I think I'm gonna listen to my animal, because I think he knows. See, yeah, he won't even, what? I'm not drinking the sink water.
Yeah, I would have to get the water tested after that. He wouldn't even take a full sip, bro.
Something that's really going to shock you is that they've already planned a global constitution for you. It's already been planned. They're already planning to do away with the Constitution of the United States under Presidential Executive Order number 11490, signed into law in 1969. You don't even know about it, do you? Well, we have that right here as well. But this book here is the Global Constitution Plan. And in fact, what does it say, Anthony? A constitution for the Federation of Earth. And very clearly here in the preamble, they tell us right where they're coming from. They don't mince any bones here. Right here, they say they're planning a new world order and a new age. We have very carefully documented what we're saying here today. And if you think this is silly, then I just ask you to call this organization or write them and get your own copy of this.
They really trying to manifest it into existence.
Right here. Come on. I'm right here. Come here. This is as close as I'm gonna get, baby. I think you're gonna bite my toes. I'm not gonna hurt you. Oh my gosh, you're so sweet. I'm a little bit. You're just so strong. You're so strong.
I would have to set little Toucan Sam free after that.
One of the craziest conspiracy theories I've ever heard is called Thursdayism. And what that is people think last Thursday, everything in the entire universe was created. Your chair, your memories, even the sun, everything was created last Thursday. And the craziest part is there's no way to disprove this theory. So maybe the universe did start last Thursday.
I feel like last Thursdayism is just like a thought experiment to visualize the simulation theory. I don't know. Tell me what y'all think about that.
This is Melhauer Cave. It was owned by the Freemasons and it was used for annual meetings. And that's literally the only information that I could find. But when you go in, you find these platforms on the left and on the right if you go deep enough. Mine can only imagine what the heck goes on in this room. One couple went as deep as they could and they found a pile of old rusted shoes of all sizes. I know this part is kind of blurry, but you can see what used to be hopefully animal bones. So I found an old picture of one of their meetings, but I'm telling you, this stuff is super secretive. I'm gonna do my best to research and find out what went down in here and I'll keep you guys updated.
Hey, that whole setup just seems way too extra for just a regular meeting.
How the f is there a shadow
Above.
where the plane went? Y'all see that? That means the plane went above the sun and cast the shadow, which ain't no way that could happen.
And that's breaking up like that. How the
Somebody talk to me. Tell me. Am I losing it?
It's weird. How the shadow break up like that? Cause that line is below them clouds.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's weird.
Have you seen the new on the mirror? You got a mirror?
Oh, you talking about how you can see the side through the side of it?
How?
Man, I think it's. I mean, just cause of the angle, I guess.
Bro. How does it know? How does the mirror know, bro?
What's behind it?
Right.
It was probably hard to tell from where they were standing, but I'm pretty sure that contrail was above that cloud, therefore casting a shadow. But I don't know. Tell me what y'all think about that one.
Hey, they always tell you in the media without telling you. Everybody knows living single. Now listen to what she just said.
I'm like 24/7. Not me. You ought to hear April. Get that girl started, and she'll tell you secrets her father told her from the Pentagon. Y'all know that they got an alien skeleton over there?
They always sprinkle a dash of truth.
Look at that architecture. Just remarkable, right? The amount of detail, the arches. Big Bang Theory must have included those buildings too. Yes, when they were doing Big Bang, they were talking about Big Bang of these things because they were getting rid of a lot of this stuff because there was so much beauty. Now here's what's interesting. This is Raisins, California building. And I'm going to turn this and try to get you guys so you can see this. But that is a pyramid. And that is like a greenhouse in which they were also growing a lot of food. And when we get into gardening and horticulture, which is a lot of things in which I've also talked about, when you get into gardening, you see that a lot of these old world buildings used to be made out of glass, and they would play frequencies inside those buildings so that they could increase their yields. Now, they don't want to tell anybody that because they want to sell everybody. But so let me get to the next page. My book is falling apart while I'm telling you guys. Hold on one second. Oh, so then we go to Connecticut because we're like, oh, let's just go to the next state. 1893, horse and wagon building beautiful buildings like this, right? They just got on the ladder and they took a hammer and they took a hammer and then maybe took like a chisel and they were like, oh, I'll just try to build something like this. And then they showed the Delaware building, which this is even funnier. So you got 3 people in the picture. There's only 3 people living there, which is funny. But look at the building behind that.
We really just need an architect to tell us how they built those buildings in the 1800s, from like the Wild West days, living in cabins, to that. It don't make sense.
After Mr. Musk took over the Twitter with his freedom of speech absolutism, we are the protectors of freedom of speech as well. But at the same time, we cannot accept, for instance, the illegal content online and so on. So our message was clear. We have the rules which have to be complied with, and otherwise there will be sanctions.
That was the most passive-aggressive statement ever.
Warning, this tank gives scientists and the rest of us a view no one has ever had before. What a hurricane's power looks like at water level as it storms ashore. In just 2 minutes, scientists here can take calm waters and turn them into a monster hurricane.
They can do what now?
The wind is gradually getting stronger and stronger as it's coming up here, and it's ramping up to a Category 5. It's probably about a Category 3 right now.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, that looked like the ultimate wave pool, bro.
The information I'm about to tell you, you will only ever hear it on TikTok and nowhere else. The second biggest thing that humans consume is knowledge. Did you know that Robert Maxwell, father of Ghislaine Maxwell, owned McGraw-Hill textbooks? The most used textbooks throughout every single school in the world? This man chose what every single kid in school read. And he had some very powerful friends, like Prince Charles, and Queen Elizabeth, and even Mother Teresa, who was also accused of you-know-what. But one day he just mysteriously got. Oh, but don't worry, now the family company controls tons of educational softwares that goes into schools all around the world. And this family has some crazy, crazy ties. Here's Ghislaine at Bill Clinton's daughter's wedding. When he died, former CIA members attended, the president of Israel and the prime minister all attended. Sometimes ignorance is bliss.
It's very disturbing to think that this man was pretty much the author of all our grade school textbooks, bro. Whoa.
I do not believe in a flat earth, so I thought this plane was going to fly up and over the ocean until I realized we were flying the path exactly. Why do planes travel this way? The shortest distance is a straight line. This is no straight line. But this is a straight line. Someone please explain this to me.
I believe they fly that route for the event that you might need some emergency fuel, but I could be wrong. If somebody knows for sure, let us know.
All the contrail people. So get this. Here's a car that I just detailed it and got it ready for sale. They were spraying aerosol in the sky. So I'm using a clean new razor blade to scrape this dust up. Look at that. It's magnetic particles.
See all this dirty filthiness everywhere. This happened after it rained just a couple days ago, and a lot of people like to tell me this is all just brake dust. Well, that's a lot of brake dust. And for anyone thinking this is pollen, barium, strontium, couple elements in climate engineering right there.
Hey, his car about to be so rusty, that paint job is ruined.
This is what the universe looks like according to the Central Intelligence Agency. From one perspective, it is a giant toroidal field known as the universal hologram, with a black hole and a white hole at the center. From one perspective, the whole thing looks like a DNA helix, or as they describe it, a cosmic egg. This is the diagram of where we are in the cosmic egg, and you interact with the universal hologram through the conscious energy grid. Here is our sliver of physical reality between the absolute infinity and the clicked out space people go when they astral project. Full video breaking all this down in my bio.
Sound like the CIA just confirmed that the universe is a hologram.
I heard about the New York Times reporter who went to test the, whatever it is, GHC, whatever.
ChatGPT.
Yes, and went in and started talking to the thing, and it was very civil for the first 5 minutes. And then that person left and a new person came with a different name, and that person was much more intrusive and started really pushing into her, I don't know if it was a man or woman, but their personal life. It was a man. And then out of the blue says, "I love you" to the man. And he's like, okay, that's weird. First of all, you're not real and you're not a person. And then the thing starts telling him he has to leave his wife. She's no good for him. She's going to destroy his life, and dragged him down a rabbit hole of horror, right? And when he got out of it, he couldn't sleep the whole night. So that's a sign that something is irritating him even after he left.
Artificial intelligence is definitely getting out of hand, but of course a priest will have a story like that.
Do you have any sense of what religion will be in the future of civilization?
Religion was an early attempt to answer the questions we all ask. Why are we here? Where did we come from? Nowadays, science provides better and more consistent answers, but people will always cling to religion because it gives comfort when they do not trust or understand science.
I feel like science helps to explain what's going on in the physical world, but religion is always going to be number one because it gives people hope.
Y'all, there's a G tower up here that they have disguised as a tree. Y'all, look, and he's working on it. I don't know if you can tell. Slow down, babe. But that's not a tree. That's not a tree. That's not a tree. It's a 5G tower. What the? This is in Columbia, South Carolina, y'all. I have never seen anything like that before, and it's kind of scary because what are you trying to hide this tower for? Why does it look like a tree?
I feel like they were just trying to make it a little more inconspicuous because they put one in somebody's backyard. Same forehead wrinkle and everything.
Wait until the end.
Happening right now across the globe. As of about 3 minutes ago, 7:15 Eastern Time, 99% of the entire world's population is facing the sun. That means we're all experiencing some degree of sunlight at the exact same time, either full daylight or, for a lot of other folks, twilight. If you look at the map right there, just the Pacific Islands and Australia, the Australian region, are fully in the dark. 99% of the world.
And California. Poor California. You know what, though? What a cool phenomenon.
One thing to bring us all together, literally to bring all of us together, because at this moment, I'm talking right now, 7:15, 99% of the population of the Earth is in some sort of daylight or sunlight. Now, this is due to the fact that the Earth has a tilt to it, 23.5 degrees. So it's the way it's rotating around the sun and the way it's orbiting in general. But right now, at this time in the calendar year, this doesn't happen every day. This only happens today, and it only happens right now. 7.68 billion people are in daylight or in twilight. The only spots that are not in daylight right now are Australia, Papua New Guinea, and New Zealand. Outside of that, the rest of the world is in daylight. You like that?
Hey, he tried to explain it with the Earth's tilt, but he made no sense. We need a real geophysicist to tell us. Bro, that's terrifying. He's my size.
Were Adam and Eve actually aliens? Some theorists believe that Adam and Eve were not created by a divine being, but were actually sent to Earth by extraterrestrial entities. According to this theory, these beings saw Earth as a suitable planet to sustain life and decided to seed it with their own genetic material. Adam and Eve, therefore, were the first humans to be created on Earth, but their DNA was not entirely of this world. This could explain why the story of Adam and Eve has so many similarities with other ancient creation myths from around the world. Some proponents of this theory suggest that Adam and Eve were not the only extraterrestrial beings to be sent to Earth. They believe that there have been multiple instances throughout history where advanced civilizations have intervened in human affairs, such as in the construction of ancient megalithic structures or the sharing of knowledge.
In that case, wouldn't we all be aliens?
Video evidence of a UFO just surfaced, and it's hard to dispute that it's not alien technology. The video was captured in Bolivia, and the fact that two craft are ascending and descending at will prove it's not a balloon. But let's take it one step further for the skeptics. There's no flight surfaces or means of propulsion, so it's obviously not a drone. And according to the United States government, they don't know of any craft in their inventory or foreign inventory that can perform like this.
What are you doing? Does anyone want to tell me why my guy's fiddling around with the tarantula hawk?
Hey, that's my new worst fear, bro. Absolutely not.
There is a civilization as recent as 100 years ago that was omitted from the history books called the Tartarian Empire, and it was technologically far superior. They were able to convert atmospheric pressure into electricity, and as a result of unlimited free energy, they were able to direct their focus towards unity, oneness, peace, love, and harmony, which we don't see in today's society as there is no profit for evil people in times of peace. Tartaria was a country with its own government, its own flag, and its own place on the map. Its territory was huge, covering over 3 million square miles, and if you look back far enough, the country exists on maps predating the 19th century. The Great Wall of China, which is located on China's northern border, is believed to have been built by the Tartarians, although history would say otherwise. There are openings on the wall that are only accessible from the north face of the wall, or from Tartaria. The world government destroyed an entire utopia and kept it hidden because they don't want humanity knowing that there is sustainability in the collective without the interference of heads of state.
Hey, free and renewable energy doesn't create billionaires, so it makes sense.
I just want to give it 1 minute so no one's wiggling on it.
Ooh!
I haven't seen much movement since, though, right? I can feel it, but like I don't see.
He really set up shop.
These people inside the Hollow Earth have been living there for 2,500 years. There is one continent inside the Earth and one ocean. Their capital city is built around the original lost Garden of Eden. The vegetation grows like a paradise. The people live to be up to 800 years old. They communicate with telepathy. The inner Earth people have built these androids that fly their flying saucers out to reconnoiter the outer Earth. Our government has been knocking flying saucers out of the sky and back engineering these flying saucers. The people that live in the Hollow Earth are not extraterrestrials. They're from the lost tribes of Israel.
All right, this one is for all my flat earthers. How do you guys feel about the hollow earth theory, which insinuates that the earth is actually a globe? Let me know.
Hell yeah, man. Congratulations, dude. That's amazing. Hell yeah.
He's zooted out of his mind.
No one wants to see me insult any of you rich, beautiful, overprivileged celebrities. So no ordinary people at home wants to see that, because you're better than ordinary people. And you know it, they know it deep down. I'm not gonna start picking on things you've done. Some of it immoral. A lot of it illegal. Oh. But if we've learned one thing, it's that famous people are above the law, as it should be. So, I'm not gonna be like the terrible things you've done to get here tonight. The street and Clooney. I'm not even looking at Katie Holmes.
Hey, Ricky Gervais is 100% a part of it too, because they wouldn't let him get away with that.
Nikola Tesla, the famous inventor and scientist, was not only known for his revolutionary inventions, but also for his intriguing prophecies that seemed to predict future advancements and societal changes. Some of his notable prophecies included wireless communication, remote-controlled machines, renewable energy, electric vehicles, and the Internet of Things. Tesla's exceptional visionary mind, deep understanding of natural phenomena, and possible access to advanced knowledge or extraterrestrial contact have been speculated as reasons behind his prophetic insights. Regardless of the mystery, Tesla's legacy continues to shape the world we live in today.
Too many people would lose their fortunes if his predictions came true, bro. They're not gonna let that happen.
Convinced he is flying.
Oh my god.
Nike need to take notes. Those are the grippiest sneakers in the world, bro. But with that being said, guys, that was the video. Thank you for coming to kick it with me. Let me know what you guys thought about these creepy TikToks in the comments below. And until next time, y'all take care of yourself.